The Fated 4 are awesome! Okay, look, I know that was just Mizutsune every time, but I cannot express to you how incredible it is. Bubble sliding everywhere! Hello, my fellow riders, and welcome to another little tasty bit of stories. I have been asked a lot. How are the Fated 4? Are they good? What do they do? Well, I thought, why not show you with this little spoiler-free as possible. Of course, technically, there's been tidbits of them across trailers, and their kinships have been shown in teaser form, so I thought I would expand on that so you can decide which ones you want in your Monstie party. When you actually get them might change that too, and we'll have a dedicated little look at every single Fated 4, but for now, a general overview. Beginning then with Mizutsune, who might soon be in your party. Get it? He is phenomenal. I mean, everything in this game looks gorgeous, but the already gorgeous looking monster shines ever more so. The bubbly fun is fantastic, and he is a technical boy, though I will admit he's not the most defensively powerful. Obviously useful against things weak to water, and he does come with some evasion shenanigans. The bubbles can speed down enemy monsters, but the version that you fight as an enemy, I think, is much more effective than the version you get as a Monstie. Though that said, they're certainly not weak. None of the Fated 4 are weak, and all of them stand tall as strong endgame choices, but Mizutsune, I don't know. I am still tempted to keep mine, to use it as my technical, to have that dash slide, bubble slide out of combat, but I do think probably is the third strongest, or second weakest, depending on which way round you want to look at it, but there is definitely a lot to love here, and this again is a very high level general overview. There is a lot of specifics, and with you being able to change all 9 gene slots, you can essentially build any Monstie however you want, so the natural inclinations only need to be taken into consideration so far. Technical and water is the thing, and it comes in a Mizutsune skin, and that's pretty damn good. The Kinship. I mean, yeah, who doesn't like a bit of the moon? What a wondrous display, absolutely mesmerizing. The bubble trap, the laser of water, I mean, I'm just all for it. Next up then, we have ourselves Gammoth, and this is the Fated 4 you will meet first. Gammoth, a royal monster in the frosty area, is soundly sleeping, and if you do go fight unprepared, you will get royally thrashed. Even now, with an endgame character, she still can do near one-shot, or sometimes one-shot levels of damage. The enemy fight is quite straightforward. It's just about surviving a cycle of power attacks, so it's not the worst, but in terms of a Monstie, yeah, Gammoth's not the best. She's very, very kind of one-dimensional, at least naturally. Just ice, of course, useful if you need an ice monster against something, but just a slow, tanky cannon. And yeah, that does have its uses, but I definitely think she's the least versatile and least moldable of all the Fated 4. But again, they're all very, very good Monsties, and again, given you can change all 9 gene slots, and I'll stop saying this for the other 2, but given you can change all 9, you essentially have a power ice in a Gammoth skin template, and you can run with that. Her actual base stats are fairly impressive, and this is something every monster has, a kind of standard spread, and as you can see, Gammoth is very, very hard to put down, but that's about it. So deal with that information how you will. For now though, the Kinship. I mean, yeah, absolutely colossally powerful. The slow walk in, I think, is fantastic, and then just straight up ice, earthquake, avalanche. It's absolutely wonderful. It is Gammoth through and through, and like every kinship, it's just badass to watch. And I really wasn't joking when I said Gammoth can still be really threatening no matter what point of the game you're on. Okay, moving on then to Astalos, and with Astalos and Glaviness, I'm not going to show you the actual enemy monster fight version of them because it is quite a big deal and it is a lot of fun, and there's a lot going on there that I want you to experience when you get to them. So we'll have a bit of a lightning showdown here to show you the Monstie version, who is really good. Astalos also technical, and he has some absolute power on him. Like, legitimately, his thunder damage is really, really high, though he is definitely a little bit frail, but that's to be expected. He is a little bit frail, but he is definitely worth bringing along. Obviously, he can fly too, and he has access to a certain move that will do more damage the lower health he is, and that is one of the most clutch moves in the game. The scaling on it is absolutely astronomical, and it might just one-shot certain parts of a fight. Also, he crits a lot, and generally he's just fantastically useful. Definitely consider Astalos for one of your technical allocations. And the kinship? Alright! The dark flashes in and out on his approach, the thunder trap, similar to the Mizutsune bubble trap, and then that lightning eye trail as you Thor's hammer down slam lightning bolt. Oh, God! Yes! Bloody yes! Finally then, we have Glavinus, and he's going to be having a little bit of a brute wyvern battle for us today against Daddy. This is a really, really, really powerful Monstie. Honestly, on outright, just out the egg usability, here we go. Glavinus is by far the most powerful of the Fated Four, at least in my experience. He just does a lot of damage, a lot of fire damage. His sword is devastating. As devastating as it is against you when you get to him, but again, I will let you discover that, and it's just ludicrous how powerful he is. He really is worth being one of your power slots if you actually do like him, and there's a lot you can do with him. You can take him in a few different directions, and he has a lovely base template for you to work with. And then here's a kinship. Yes, of course, from Stories 1, where Glavinus was present, but looking better than it ever has. My word, it is magnificent, and I certainly wouldn't cross him off your list, because it does it makes a cross. But yes, when it comes to monsters in this game, obviously the lower tier stuff just has worse stat spreads than the higher tier stuff, but you get to a certain point from tier 2 monster onwards where everything is essentially as good as each other, just tuned in a different focus direction. So Astalos crit, Gammoth health, for example. So all 4 of the Fated 4 are honestly really good, but that's just the order I would put them in terms of just relative base usefulness / strength. But again, with how much you can customize Monsties, if you love any of them, just go for it, because a true Pokemon trainer uses the Sorry, I got lost for a minute there. A true rider uses the Monsties that he likes the best, not which are most powerful. I hope that has maybe whet your appetite just a little bit, or indeed helped you make up your mind. Let me know if you have any further questions down below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And there will be, as I said, a dedicated video for each member on how you can go about getting them. But for now, like if you enjoyed this, subscribe for more. We will see you soon. and please consider supporting the future of the channel on Patreon down below. A good bye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.